Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Subsistence. So, today we've spent a day or two in between looting, gathering things, um, crafting some planks, gathering wood, all the things that we need to do to get a tiny bit of building done over here. I want to move this wall back. I want to. Um, I really don't want to do it, but I feel like it's necessary to do it because I would like to keep the steps here that we've, worked so hard to get. Maybe we could give a little bit of dimension to the base by crafting some weird, um, you know, rounded foundation here or a triangle piece here. I don't know yet. We'll see what we can do. Maybe a triangle piece over that way to kind of, round this part of it off. I don't know yet, guys, but I feel like we have to do something 3 wide here if that means expanding the tower, even one more out and one more over that direction as well. We could do that, but I want to try to get something solid here and, across the water because the fortress base has spawned in now. I'll show you guys where it is on the map. We'll go down and check it out. We'll see how far along they are on that. Hopefully we're able to, get some crafting, building, all of that loveliness done today. We need walls, but first we're going to do foundations to try to get across the water here. We're just going to get over to the edge of the water. The greenhouse needs to be fairly big because we're going to take up a lot of the room with a way down into the water here. And when I say we're taking up a lot of the room, we really are. I want to keep at least this section of stair here. I don't know that we'll do another section, possibly not, but I would like to keep it open enough that we can get down at least to the water for whatever reason, if we need to get down there. Currently, we need to get down there to fill up our water canteens, but that may not always be the case, so I would like to keep it open as much as I possibly can. So we're going to do at least over to here and then close that back off. We'll try to get over to at least the water in the back because getting over there in the front, I don't know that we really will make it, but we're going to try it. I mean, it might take a couple of days or so, to get enough wood chopped to be able to do that. But, so if we just leave one foundation out here, I think that will allow us access to the water at least enough so that we're able to at least, get down there and fill up some water canteens and all of that stuff. So I do think we're going to be okay for the time being on that. If we just put another foundation like right over here, and then this is considered the edge of the greenhouse, I think, or the ending of it, I think we'll be okay with starting our tower over here. So one more foundation out on this section should be enough to get us over where we need to be. Well, we need actually 2 more foundations, but I don't have enough cordage, so maybe we should craft a couple pieces of that as well. I did take some down to the fishing camp, and that is where I learned where the fortress base is, which leads me to ask one more question, guys. Will there be any portion of the alpha base left over there? I don't know. We're going to head over there today and check it out. We're going to see if there's anything left over there for us. Any type of crate, anything we can take apart. I did do some fishing. We did catch 3 little tiny fish. Not great, but we're going to take it because it is still food. I did cook some rabbit, guys, but I don't necessarily have a lot of it. So we're not going to overeat or anything like that. We're probably even still going to be a little bit underfed, which is fine. We're going to be okay with that. Not that big of a deal. But I do want to start getting some of the base completed because I really think, that we desperately need to get that done. So we're able to head over and do a cougar spawn area so that we're able to start getting some sinew. I also want to craft myself a military helmet today. Is that what it's called? The combat helmet, sorry. I want to get this crafted today as well. I did craft a rifle. I did, shoot at some rogues, gather some loot, things like that. So it has been used a bit. We have used some of the ammo, but again, it is okay. We will get everything done that we need to get done. Hopefully we'll be able to, live and not die and all that loveliness. but we're just going to have to see how well it works out for us. So having this greenhouse being this size, I do think we're going to rotate the plant beds so that we're able to walk around them a bit easier without risking falling in over here. I would like to get, the plumbing and all of that, but again, it does take power, and we don't have that. We have enough to sustain our refrigerator, which is great, but we don't have enough for really anything else. I think we're going to have to do 3 wide here, guys, and then we're going to have to do our second tower one bigger than what we have over here, meaning, we're going to have to do this one bigger as well. It will be 2 stories over here also. We're going to have a bedroom upstairs. We're going to have our kitchen downstairs. We're going to move all of our workbenches and things over into that tower. So we have to go through the greenhouse, but we're going to do storage over there. We're going to have just food items over here. Probably will change the way we get into the base. We may even come in through the greenhouse. I'm not sure yet. But, a lot of this will be glass, so it will be very, very pretty. Would like to have even the water underneath so that we can see it running. I think that would be lovely. Would be absolutely gorgeous. I have plans for this base. I do, guys. I really have plans, but unfortunately, it just takes so many resources to get things done in this game, which is why we only have 13 planks after a day and a half of chopping wood. Not great. I really wish that would be lowered a bit, and the amount needed would be lowered a bit to make an actual plank. But it is what it is, guys, and I should not complain. It's a great game anyway. So we're going to head over to the alpha area first and kind of just see if there's any loot on the way and see if there's anything left behind over there. I have no idea. Maybe there's a crate left behind. Maybe the crate that they had in their base is still left over there. Maybe a portion of their base is still left over there. I don't know. Maybe it's all over there. I have no idea. But I do know that the fortress base has spawned in. It's in a great location. It did allow us access to this side of the map, so it's over by the other base, which is lovely. I am not complaining. We should be able to see it from the fishing dock, which is still nice. I'm not complaining about that. Loveliness. I'm okay with lovely areas like that so that we are able to just kind of, roam about at least this direction pretty freely. I don't know when I'm going to turn it off of easy mode, guys. I have no idea. So it doesn't look like there's anything left over here. We'll get, right down in that area and make sure that there's absolutely nothing, no loot, anything like that at all. But I currently am not seeing anything at all left behind by those guys, which is not something that I really expected to find. I didn't expect a full crate of loot over here left behind by them because that would just make the game a little bit too easy, I think, for some. Being able to kill these chickens and things is nice. I did also kill a couple of deers yesterday, so there was that. Killing those was nice as well because it did allow us to get some antlers. We need that for adhesive. We need adhesive to do some crafting for other items. So there is that. There's a crate over there, but there's also a wolf. I don't know if I'm willing to risk, dying to that wolf for a crate. Probably not right away. We'll see if it moves a bit. See if we're able to get the crate. There is a built-in crate just here that hopefully we can grab without the worry of other animals. Definitely need those planks. That was not a bad crate at all. A plank or so is not bad loot by any means. I'm going to grab this crate. This is the crate that I was talking about. There was a wolf over here. Did it move? Did it, get uninterested in us? Ooh, there it is. Hey there, wolf. Just minding my own business. Heading over to check on the fortress, guys. Okay, let's just grab this medicinal plant here. We're going to do that. I do apologize, guys, for the lack of content lately. We have been struggling. We have had a lot going on here. I've even been struggling to get enough rest for my health. So I've had a couple of days where I just felt horrible the last week. We've had to attend a couple of funerals. My husband's cousin's mother-in-law passed away. We knew her personally. So she did pass away, and then his uncle's wife, so his great aunt passed away. His great uncle's wife. So she passed away this past week as well. And we have had just a tremendous amount of things going on with the house. We've had to meet with the guy that's doing the, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like doing the seams of the drywall. So we've had to meet with him. We had that done a couple of months ago. We've started, painting it, primering it, and all of that. And then we've just found that a lot of it didn't really look like it ought, like we thought it should, or like it ought to have looked. We didn't like it, so we've had to meet with him. He is redoing it, of course, at his expense, not mine. I'm not paying him to redo it, so he is redoing it at his expense. Very friendly guy. He lost his wife about 3 months ago. So yeah, we've just had a lot going on. We've met with the internet company, those, the utility workers. We've met with those guys to get that placed into the house. We're getting closer, guys. We really are to moving. Super excited about it. We've just had, a tremendous amount of things going on. My dog had a grooming appointment last week that took most of the day. My husband had a doctor's appointment. That took the rest of the day with the grooming. Popper had the grooming appointment early on Thursday. My husband had a doctor's appointment on Thursday as well. So I was gone all that day. We didn't get home until around 5:30 after leaving around 9. Very, very busy day for me as well. I thought last week was going to be a calm week. Unfortunately, that was not the case. We did have to meet with one of the building inspectors, so we had to do that as well. He gave us a list of things that we had to change, or not really change. A couple of things that we'd overlooked. And he just correct those. You're fine. We'll get everything turned on. I'll give you your paperwork, your final paperwork. We're good. So I'm like, okay, lovely. So we did have to do that. We've had like I mentioned, several things go on last week. I've been super, super busy. So much so that my health suffered for it for a couple of days. But I do feel like I am doing better today, much better than yesterday, or even, most days last week. I hope you guys had a lovely weekend. I hope your health is wonderful, nice and healthy, and nothing to worry about. No complaints, nothing going on with your life. I really hope that you have had the best restful weekend possible. If that's what you wanted to do. So, what are we doing today, guys? We're going to head over and check out the fortress base. There was nothing left over at the alpha base, which is, kind of what I expected. So we're going to head over and check out the fortress base, guys. We did hear them. We did see them, kind of from the fishing dock. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited about their location. They are in a great location because we can still kind of go through between the fortress base and the Bravo base and still be able to get to that side of the map as well. We are able to now freely get over to the, from looking this direction, we're able to get over to the left-hand side of the map, which is great. I call that the southern portion of the map. We're able to go in that direction as well. Very, very lovely. I don't think these guys could have chosen a better location to be in, simply because they are out of the way and we can see them. We don't have to worry about getting in the wrong area and, walking or stumbling upon them accidentally. We don't have that to worry about. Unfortunately, the Bravo guys do come down a bit close to our fishing hut, so we do have to worry about them from time to time. Not that big of a deal. We're going to close this in. We're only going to have the one square here. We might go out one more here just to be able to catch the fish and leave the back of this open. I'm not sure yet. We're going to have to see what we can get done. Since we are super hot, I'm just going to see if there's any kelp down here that we can grab, because we do need some to make an antidote or an antibiotic. Not quite sure what it's called in this game, but we do need it to make one of those because we do have the liver and we have the medicinal tonic. We just don't have the kelp for that. So I would like to have one of those on standby just because. Really want to be prepared for whatever we need to get done. I would like to grab a couple of pearls if there's any down here, but I don't really see any. I do see some sandstone that we're going to have to grab because we're going to start refining sandstone, getting some glass work going. I do need to get some more adhesive, which means more deer I'm going to have to kill. That's okay. I don't mind that. Okay, one more piece of kelp. I do see it just here. That it did help with us being overheated or too hot. There was a icon that popped up underneath on the right hand side above the stamina and health bar, kind of where it says wet. It did say hot, so one way to do that is to cool off with a nice swim. So as you can see, the fortress base is going to be right on the water, which is lovely. Beautiful location. I don't mind that at all. I'm not complaining about their choice of, where they chose to build. Because we can, if we need to get past them and we don't think we can do that between the two bases properly, we can swim it. There's nothing that says we cannot swim past these guys. They will still attempt, if we get too close, they can shoot down into the water. So they will still try to kill us in the water, regardless. But I'm going to head back to the base, guys, since we do know where they are. I do have some kelp in my inventory. I don't think I have enough, but I think there might be a piece at the base in the refrigerator. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we're going to head back up there. I'm going to try to get that combat helmet crafted and get that, on us, because that will be a little bit of protection when we are, trying to loot the guys from the wreckage, kill those guys from the plane crashes. They are very, I don't know, they're like marksmen. I don't really enjoy that part of it, but they pretty well hit every shot that they aim for the most part, and they really don't care. They'll kill you with one shot if that's their choice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I don't feel like they should come fully loaded, fully armored, because they're not expecting this. A plane crash is not something you go into expecting. So I don't feel like they should have any more weapons and armor than we have, which is very, very little. I feel like they should be similar to the rogues, maybe dressed, because you don't get on a plane half naked. But I do feel like they should be dressed and have a couple of weapons, some bear weapons, but nothing really like they have. I think that's just crazy. Again, I don't know about you guys, but if and when I get on a plane, I do not expect it to crash. I'm not hopeful that it's going to by any stretch of the imagination. I feel like, I wouldn't be prepared with combat helmets and armor and all of that if a plane were to crash with me on it. That is not things I carry in my luggage, guys. Definitely do not carry that when I go on vacation. My husband has a cousin that is in Hawaii this week, and I hope she is doing well and having the best time possible. Very excited for her and her husband. They work very hard to be able to afford vacations, and I'm super excited for them. Hawaii, I'm sure, was not a cheap vacation for 2 weeks. But I'm super, super excited for them. And if she happens to watch this video, girl, I need a t-shirt. She is a very sweet, very, very sweet young woman. Works very hard. Her husband also works very hard in the medical field. Okay, so combat helmet, guys. We're getting there. Let's see. What do we need to craft this thing? I think we just needed some sinew. We have the alloy sheets, and I did craft the padded cloth with the cotton that we were able to grab from the plant bed, so I'm going to go ahead and get that crafted. I am going to put the sinew back in here. Not going to hang on to that, guys, because that would just be silly, right? To hang on to some sinew. Yeah, definitely not going to do that. Okay, so what do we have going on here? We have power, we have mass. What else can we kind of get done? I do need to repair the shirt. We need some cloth. We need some feathers. That's something I can just repair from here. Repair. Yeah, definitely need to get that done. Our shirt has taken quite a bit of a beating. I did craft a couple of these. I wanted to go over to the plane crash But if you check out the map, because I needed to loot for content, the plane crash has, despawned. So there's that. Yeah, I could not just not build. We're getting to the point that we're going to have to do a couple of days of looting in between to get just enough stuff to be able to build for a portion of the day. But we definitely need to get started on some glass work. I did get some antlers, as I've mentioned. I do have 4. I should be able to, with some ash, craft some adhesive. Hopefully, we can get some of that done. I think we get 5 maybe in a stack. I'm not 100% sure on that, guys. But I know, or at least I feel like, we need to get the sandstone refining to be able to craft at least a couple of glass panels. To build with glass is very, very expensive. So I will need, is there not a glass foundation? I'm going to have to do maybe around the edge. I could do these glass ceiling pieces, but I don't know that that would look as good. So we need 6 glass panels, and to craft a glass panel, very, very expensive. I would craft that on the workbench, I think, unless it's moved, guys. It could have possibly have moved. And the glass panels require 4 of the glass fragments, and each glass fragment is crafted here with sandstone. So we could craft 6 with the 36 pieces that we have of sandstone. We could craft the 6 glass panels that we need, right? Okay, so that's 4. We get 1 each. We have 1 over in the crate. So we could craft with 36 pieces of sandstone. We can craft 1 glass panel, or 1 glass piece here. I think the ceiling pieces are 6 as well. So yeah, we can craft 1 ceiling piece with 36 pieces of sandstone. It's going to be super, super expensive. But again, that's part of it. Butcher this piece of chicken. Butcher you. Butcher you. We do have some fish that I did catch. I'm going to have to do more fishing tonight as well. Unfortunately, because fishing is not my strong suit, we'll be having to do that quite often until I'm able to get enough material, the weapons parts that we need, to be able to unlock the crates and get the advanced weapons parts to be able to craft the double barrel shotgun, so that we're able to start really, really working on, having food that we need. Just trying to see where the double barrel's crafted. This is it. I do need 20 advanced weapons parts, which we don't have any right now. Cannot wait to get this. The weapons parts are the things that we're desperate for. These unfortunately do add up quite quickly when you start getting to the point that you're able to get them. We have a rifle, but we don't have the lever action rifle. We're going to have to work on that as well. Let's just grab the chicken and the rabbit here. Super, super thankful it didn't burn, because, that would just be silly to waste that. Should I go ahead and butcher this piece of chicken as well? Let's just do that. Get it going. Because it's hot, we're going to have a drink of water. Probably going to need it anyway. Let's get over here and grab some more water for the canteen. And then we are going to get back inside. And I think we're going to have to craft ourselves a fuel brick, which is super expensive, but it's okay because the sandstone is everywhere. Or sorry, not the sandstone, the plant fiber is everywhere. Okay, so this is getting fairly low. I'm just going to put the water in here. I'm going to grab that, and we are going to call it a day, guys. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate all of your support on this channel and on this series as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to future episodes, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.